Hi friends, back into another movie review. It's going to be a lot of movie reviews coming for the next couple of months because it's Oscar season, so I'm seeing as many as I can. I want to get these out quickly as possible, so you're not seeing them 2 weeks after it's released. I want you to see them within a couple days of their release. So here we go. Today we're talking about White Boy Rick. And I thought it was a great film. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. I hadn't even heard of it until I saw a trailer about a month ago before I believe it was BlacKkKlansman. And I was intrigued. I love Matthew McConaughey. I think he's a great actor. Thought the story looked interesting, so I wanted to see it. And there wasn't a lot of advertisement about the date, just saying fall, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, it's released already. Let's go see this. So I went to see it, and it is based on a true story. I love films like that, especially stuff that I don't know about, because I had no idea about this situation, so I was so glad to learn about it. So it has 15-year-old Rick living in Detroit with his dad, played by Matthew McConaughey, and his sister who is a junkie. The mom left, we don't exactly know why, but she's not there. And then the dad sells weapons illegally, and the sister's tired of everything and she's being a junkie, so she leaves. And they live next door to their grandparents. The FBI starts getting on to the dad and his weapons sales, so they recruit Rick, who's only 15, to go around the neighborhood finding out who's selling drugs and find out who's buying drugs, and he's going back and forth selling and buying to help the FBI. He gets to keep the money, and his dad stays out of prison. Sounds like a good trade. But he's doing a good job at it. His childhood friends start, picking on to it. One of them shoot him. He ends up in the hospital, says he's done. And then he has, a whole relationship with this girl, and he ends up getting her pregnant, so there's that whole thing. So he's 16, has this baby, all that, and then they're trying to get the sister back. Sister comes back, and then they're like, what are we doing? You were good at selling drugs. Let's continue on. So Rick ends up back into the drug game and is selling drugs and everything, and they're doing really well, getting money. But then eventually he does get caught, and because the amount of drugs he had, they sentenced him at 17 years old to life in prison just for possession of drugs. Insane. And the FBI, who got him into this, denied everything because there's nothing in writing. So, yeah. So this 17-year-old boy who got into this because the FBI told him to gets sentenced to life in prison. Doesn't get to see his baby, doesn't get to see his sister, doesn't get to see his dad or anything is done. So he then, because this happened in the 1980s, so he was finally paroled last year, meaning he was in prison for 30 years. He is the longest person to stay in prison for a non-violent crime. Holy crap. And it would have been life had he not been paroled, but 30 years. But by the time he gets out, everyone in his family is dead, but his daughter, who is now grown up and married. Insane. So, because people were like, oh, how's the movie? I'm like, it's good, but I walked out angry. I was angry that this boy lost his life over something like that. Of course, possession of drugs is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. But to sentence a child to life in prison, especially since the FBI got him into it, it's just a messy situation. I'm glad he is paroled now, so hopefully he can speak out. Hopefully this movie draws more attention to this incident. But yeah, I think White Boy Rick is getting a lot more crowds. Simple Favors, of course, getting more. Let me see what the Rotten Tomatoes score is. I know box office-wise it did all right. Let's see. White Boy Rick is sitting at a... Come on, Rotten Tomatoes, load. Where is it? I had to start looking at these beforehand. It's fine. Come on. Rotten Tomatoes. And it's sitting at a 59, so not bad, but compared to Simple Favor, that's sitting at 86. And I thought Simple Favor was the better film. For Oscar buzz for White Boy Rick, if it is a slow season, maybe Best Supporting for Matthew McConaughey would be lead, I think, because he was top billed. Yeah. But that's all I could see happening. But it is a slow season, so don't count it out. but I could see Matthew McConaughey slipping a nomination for supporting our Best Actor depending on how they place him. That could be controversial because I didn't see him as the lead character, but he was the top billed, so it depends. So yeah, that's my opinion on White Boy Rick. A lot more films coming out, so keep watching, guys. Have a good day.